Welcome back to A View from the Mic. If I'm looking a little intimidated right now, I am. I'm sitting between two hockey coaches. On my left, DJ LeVar, the head coach of Loyola's hockey team and director of their hockey operations. And to my right, Bob Melton, the director and head coach for New Trier's hockey operations. And I'm feeling a little unsafe right now. These guys have been playing hockey since they were 2 years old, probably. And they occupy the head positions of probably the two premier hockey programs in Illinois. So let's kick this off. This is going to be an open forum. Let's talk about hockey in Illinois, and let's talk about how under-publicized it is, first of all. I scour the papers, try to find a little hockey news, and I can't find it.
Yeah, no, you are correct. I think it's a little bit unfortunate. High school hockey and hockey in general, I think, has really taken off in the last number of years with the success of the Blackhawks and winning the Stanley Cup. And, I think in regards to high school hockey, it'd be nice to get some publicity. Last year for the state championship down at the United Center, there was over 10,000 people attending that. And I think it's a pretty large crowd. So there are a lot of people interested in the sport, and I think it's growing. And, anything we can do to get some more advertisements and publicity would be outstanding.
You think with the popularity the Blackhawks have had in the past few years, what better way for the high school programs to piggyback that? And it'd be great to have little blurbs and obviously the Sun-Times Tribune to give a little bit of promotion of what high school hockey is. It's what better way to promote the Blackhawks along with high school hockey. I think, as I said, it's a great piggyback. Our high school programs in the last 15 years have come a long way. Our numbers and size of schools that have high school hockey is almost doubled or tripled. And I think the popularity that is there right now for high school hockey should be publicized throughout the state, not just in the obviously Tribune and Sun-Times, but in the local papers too.
I feel like I'm sitting between an ornery alley cat and a junkyard dog right now. Normally, you two are glaring at each other from opposite benches. There's a lot of great rivalries in high school hockey, and yours is certainly one of the great ones of all time. Who would like to talk a little bit about the excitement it is when your teams play?
I'll go first. That's fine. You know what? The New Trier Loyola rivalry is, as far as I'm concerned, second to none. It is something that these kids look forward to. I have an ex-player of mine. He said, DJ, when's the season starting? And I'm like, well, our first game's in October. He's like, no, when's the season starting? I'm like, what do you mean? When's the New Trier Loyola quad header game at Winnetka? That's what it's about. That's what these kids come to see. All the New Trier kids come from Winnetka and Wilmette. That's all they look up and think about from the time they're mites all the way till they get to Bantams and into high school. For the kids that come from Loyola, they come to that Winnetka game at the quad header in December, and that's what they look for. That's the rivalry. That game is the rivalry. That's the pinnacle of what high school hockey is about. And to me, it's a tremendous rivalry. It's respect on the ice, respect off the ice, respect by both teams. Both of these programs know each other. Some of these kids grew up playing with each other. I've got tremendous respect for Bob and the New Trier program. The way he runs the program and the way those kids play, it's a credit to him and the way he coaches. And we are fortunate and lucky to have that rivalry and compare ourselves to New Trier every year.
It is the biggest rivalry. These kids talk about it all the way through the season. And there's a lot of momentum that's built up towards that game, and it's really fun for them. And as I've always stated, as a coach personally, it is one of the toughest games to coach, because I feel that a lot of the things that we're teaching and doing kind of get thrown out the window because the kids are so motivated, so pumped up, so excited. Sometimes they do things on the ice, you're like, I've never seen you do that before. Where did that come from? But the game is really about them, and it's nice. They turn people away because that's how many people want to get into the building, and it's nice, and it's just something that we look forward to each year. And the game's coming up in December. We might face each other off this coming weekend for Thanksgiving if all the stars align, but we know at least on December 10th, I think it is, that we're going to play each other for sure.
As a big hockey fan myself and high school level as well, I get a big kick out of the fans. I thought I was going to need defibrillator paddles for one particular father who happens to be in this room. The fans are so passionate. I wonder, do you have to coach and manage the fans too?
No, our fans are unique. We have this last couple of years, we have this group of kids called the LA Puckers. They dress in all white, and they are uniquely involved in the game. But to me, that's what it's about. It's these kids. I mean, what better way to play in front of your peers and have your peers come to the games and show up and support you? I think the fans are what makes it.
Loyola section's going wild. 0-0. Zambonis are on the ice.
Fans is, I know our kids, always sometimes they're looking in the stands too much in certain games and not focusing what's going on the ice because they're so excited. Again, there's always one or two knuckleheads that might throw something on the ice or something. There's been a blow up doll and a few things that we'd rather not see. But again, as long as no harm, no foul. I mean, we just don't want anybody getting hurt or anything. But again, it's so exciting, and again, it builds from the school, and we are getting some nice support from the school, advertising our games, and the boys will wear their jerseys the day of a game, and so when there is a nice big game locally and it's at a decent time, and we do get some nice crowds out there, and I know our team, we really feed off that.
Well, I am excited. I go to those games and I see these kids throwing themselves in front of 80-mile-an-hour pucks, wearing the barest of equipment. Only the goalie's really protected. And these kids are playing with such passion and enthusiasm and sticking up for each other and really backing each other up. Taking a slap shot to an exposed area of your body is not something I would enjoy as a goalie. At least I didn't have to do that. But just to see the passion of these kids, the way they love the game and the way they support each other, the enthusiasm. I just think you guys are very lucky to be able to see that.
Again, if we can get more people aware of high school hockey, what it's about, and again, go to some of the high school websites. You can go to NutriHockey.com or LiolaHockey.com. Find a schedule, find a game locally, but maybe you live near Fenwick, St. Rita. I mean, there's many strong high school hockey teams and programs throughout the state, and again, the price
over the blue line has four defenders around him, got around his man and got off a shot. Skarzinski with a nice save after a beautiful move by Smart.
This is Mike Romano. This has been A View from the Mic. See you next time.